What is up, money rebels? Your favorite 25-year-old financial guru here, and today I need you to listen up, really listen, because what I'm about to tell you could literally save your financial future, especially now, in these turbulent times. This isn't some fancy investment strategy or a secret stock tip. This is raw, unfiltered truth about how you're probably sabotaging your own wealth without even realizing it. Seriously, I need you to watch this every single day to inoculate yourself against the silent killer of your bank account, which is buying junk. Many people ask me, what is the secret to making big money? And I tell them the truth, but no one ever believes me. The real secret, it is not always about how much you earn, but how much you don't spend. And right now, when the economy is tightening its belt, this truth becomes a harsh, unforgiving reality. I cannot stress this enough. When the economy is down, do not, I repeat, do not buy junk. Don't just brush this off thinking, oh, it is just a small thing, because that, my friends, is the biggest lie you tell yourself. You're not just buying a tiny trinket. You're taking what little financial security you have and carving it up into 1,000 impulsive, meaningless purchases. Think about it. When the economy is booming and you spend recklessly, you just regret it a little later, a minor inconvenience, a slight delay in your financial goals. But when the economy is struggling and you spend recklessly, it doesn't just delay your goals. It obliterates your escape routes. It traps you, it leaves you with no recourse, no backup, no peace of mind. The thing that truly ruins a person financially, it is rarely one massive expense. It is never that one luxury car or that one designer bag. No, it is countless, seemingly insignificant purchases that nickel and dime you to death. A $9 hair clip, a $19 mug, a $39 storage box, a $59 subscription you barely use. At the moment, you think nothing of it. It is so cheap, it is fine, you tell yourself. But then the end of the month rolls around, you check your bank balance, and boom, the money's gone. Your house is cluttered with useless clutter, and your heart, it is filled with a vague sense of dread, that feeling that is the true cost of junk. Listen, cheap does not equal value. Buying something easily does not mean owning it easily. Many people aren't poor because they don't earn enough. They're poor because they constantly try to reward themselves with consumption, worked overtime, order takeout to comfort yourself, feeling down, buy some small trinkets to cheer yourself up, saw a trendy item online. It is so cheap, you rationalize. No harm in buying it. But here is the kicker. The things that truly make your life better rarely come from buying something you think you're consuming, but in reality, you're paying for your anxiety, for your vanity, for your fleeting emotions. It is a brutal truth, but the less money people have, the more easily they get hooked on small, cheap things. Why? Because they can't afford the big stuff. So they rely on a mountain of small purchases to create the illusion that they're not depriving themselves. But an illusion is an illusion. The happiness you buy usually only lasts for the few minutes it takes to unbox that package. And then what? The item sits forgotten in a corner, and your money, it is never coming back. Some might argue, money is meant to be spent. And they're not wrong, but the key phrase there is, spent on valuable things, not on garbage that makes your heart race before you buy it, and then completely disappears from your consciousness after. The thing that makes people truly poor, it is not luxury goods. It is the endless stream of low-quality consumption in their daily lives. Can you buy a phone case? Sure, but do you really need your 7th one? Can you change your earbud case? Yes, but its purpose is protection, not a weekly fashion statement. Can you pick a pretty water bottle? Absolutely. But a cup's primary job is to hold water, not to be an Instagram prop. Blind boxes, not entirely off limits. But what you're buying isn't surprise. It is probability. It is a gamble. It is the slim chance that this time it'll be worth it. Any purchase that convinces you with maybe, possibly, perhaps, is almost certainly not worth it. Your real enemy is never the expensive item, because with expensive things you at least hesitate. You think twice. It is the cheap stuff, the small things, that make you lose your judgment, that make you accidentally overspend. Most people's wallets aren't emptied by one big blow. They're drained, spoonful by spoonful, bit by bit, by these insidious small expenses. Warren Buffett once said something famous. If you buy things you do not need, you will soon have to sell things you do need. That statement, it is still cutting, still brutally honest today. Every single unnecessary item you casually buy now could become the source of regret that keeps you up at night when you desperately need money in the future. Don't think this is hyperbole. This is the reality for too many people. They're too stingy to save regularly, but they're more than willing to shell out hard. Earned cash, for discounts, for bundles, for full reduction deals, for buy one, get one, half off. The result, closets overflowing, drawers jammed, online shopping carts empty, and bank accounts utterly barren. They hesitate when they need medical care. They're terrified to quit a soul-crushing job. They're strapped for cash when their family needs it. You're not accumulating good stuff. You're accumulating future stress. That is what those $9 hair clips turn into. And then there is another type of spending. It looks completely harmless, but it is actually the most damaging. The so-called lifestyle upgrade purchases. You buy a beauty device, never use it consistently. You buy a home gym equipment, it becomes a clothes rack. You buy a mountain of skincare products, your face, still your face. But the products expire. You sign up for a ton of subscriptions, only watch a handful. You fill your table with bottles and jars of supplements, but your sleep schedule, still a chaotic mess. These things aren't completely useless, but what you truly lack is often not the product. It is discipline, it is execution, it is self-control. Without the ability to act, even the most expensive items are just psychological comfort, a fleeting dopamine hit, a band-aid for a deeper issue. A person truly becomes financially aware, not when they start desperately making more money, but when they learn to say no to junk consumption. You don't need to live like an ascetic. You don't have to pinch every single penny, but you absolutely must start asking yourself one question. Am I buying this because I genuinely need it, or because I'm feeling empty, anxious, bored, or trying to prove something? This simple self-inquiry can block so many unnecessary expenses. The true dignity of an adult isn't being able to buy whatever you want. It is knowing exactly what you should never buy, please. I beg you, remember this. In this current economic climate, cash is more important than status. Savings are more important than superficial perfection. A financial safety net is more important than appearing affluent. You can totally live without a ton of luxury items, but you absolutely cannot live without some financial resilience. You don't have to chase every trend, but you absolutely must give yourself a financial buffer. Because when the environment shifts, when life throws you a curveball, you'll realize that what truly saves you is never those fleeting moments of purchased happiness. It is the quiet, steady money sitting peacefully in your bank account. Money isn't for showing off. Money is for underpinning your life. Savings aren't just numbers on a screen. Savings are your confidence, your security, your peace of mind. When facing life's challenges, stop using "I worked hard, I deserve a treat" as an excuse for reckless spending. The truly sophisticated reward isn't buying something new. It is finally and diligently keeping your money, not buying random phone cases, not hoarding skincare products, not getting hooked on blind boxes, not being tempted by $9 deals, not using takeout to soothe your emotions, not filling your emptiness with subscriptions, not following trends, not buying things just to make up a total, not paying for a love that will quickly die before you buy anything. Cool off for 3 days. If you can forget about it, it was never worth buying in the first place. Every impulse you resist today is building a little more calm, a little more ease. For your future, every small amount of money you don't spend today will one day become the confidence that allows you to stand firm without needing anyone, without panicking, without compromising yourself. Do not buy junk. Seriously, the last thing your home needs is more stuff you bought thinking, "It is fine for now, I'll just buy it." What your life truly lacks is clarity, boundaries, and money that stays with you. Consumption can give you instant gratification, but only self-control can slowly and truly fulfill you. So in this economic downturn, please, pull back on your shopping, simplify your life a little, clutch your money a little tighter, think a little clearer, because every piece of junk you don't buy isn't just saving you a few dollars. It is guarding a little more security for your future self. Remember this. You're not saving money. You're saving your escape route, your financial freedom, and your peace of mind. It is like a financial meditation. Each conscious choice, each avoided impulse purchase, is a step towards a calmer, more secure you. Every dollar you keep is a soldier in your personal army, ready to fight for your future, ready to provide that cushion, that flexibility, that freedom that allows you to breathe. When others are suffocating, this isn't about deprivation. It is about liberation. It is about breaking free from the shackles of mindless consumption and reclaiming your power, reclaiming your financial destiny. This is your wake-up call, money rebels. Don't let those $9 trinkets steal your $100,000 dreams. This isn't about some grand, abstract financial theory. This is about the everyday battles, the micro decisions that chip away at your financial foundation. It is about recognizing that every single impulse buy, no matter how small, is a vote against your future self. It is a silent betrayal of your long-term goals. It is a diversion of resources from what truly matters to what merely entertains or provides fleeting comfort. I've seen it countless times. People who are genuinely smart, capable, and hardworking, but their wallets are constantly empty, not because they're not earning enough, but because they're bleeding money, little by little, death by 1,000 paper cuts. They're constantly chasing the next hit of dopamine, the brief thrill of a new purchase, never realizing that each chase, each transaction is draining their potential, draining their peace of mind, draining their ability to build true wealth. Wealth isn't just about having a big number in your bank account, it is about the options that number provides. The peace of mind that number brings, the freedom it buys you, and those $9 hair clips. They don't buy you freedom, they buy you clutter and regret. They buy you a false sense of satisfaction that fades faster than cheap perfume. So my advice to you is simple, yet profoundly difficult to implement, especially in a world designed to make you consume. Cultivate a healthy skepticism towards every purchase, especially the small cheap ones, before you click that buy button, before you grab that item off the shelf. Pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself that critical question again. Am I buying this because I genuinely need it? Or because I'm feeling empty, anxious, bored, or trying to prove something? And then, wait. Just wait 3 days. If you still feel the same burning desire for that item after 72 hours, if it still aligns with your true needs and values, then maybe, just maybe, it is worth considering. But more often than not, that impulse will have faded. That fleeting desire will have vanished, and you'll have saved yourself not just a few dollars, but a piece of your financial future, a piece of your peace of mind, a piece of your freedom. This journey of financial discipline, it is not about quick fixes, it is about building habits, it is about rewiring your brain, it is about choosing long-term security over short-term gratification. It is about understanding that every dollar you save, every impulse you resist, is a brick in the foundation of your financial fortress. It is a declaration of independence from the consumerist culture. It is a commitment to yourself, to your future, to a life of true wealth and true freedom. So let's start today. Let's commit to a no-junk buying policy. Let's reclaim our wallets. Let's reclaim our financial power, because when the world gets shaky, your quiet, steady savings will be your rock, your anchor, your unwavering support. They're not just numbers. They're your life raft and your escape route. Stay boring, stay patient. Peace.